afternoon, brothers and sisters. Medyo kinakabahan ako kasi first time ko to celebrate this Eucharist, to be alone. And pakisabi nga po sa inyong katabi, salamat sa Diyos at narinig ka. Thanks be to God, you are here. We are now on the 5th Sunday of Easter. And I have been here in Germany for almost a month now. Salamat, nakakasurvive pa rin. And also, I already visited our 5 communities. All these 5 communities in our Filipino Catholic community, I already visited them. So far, I've seen the deep faith of our kababayans and how they live out their faith in their community. Nakaka-amaze. But of course, there are also shadows in every community. One of these shadows that I observe is conflict. Don't get me wrong. This is one of the shadows that I observe. That in every community, there is also conflict. Conflict between one another. Conflict between a parishioner to a priest. Not mention so many kinds of conflicts, such as conflict among your family members, conflict wherein we have different kinds of political views. May nag-aaway-away dahil sa political views, political concept, conflict of regionalism. Mas magaling kayong mga Bisaya kaysa sa mga Ilocano. Conflict. And so many more. Conflict is not new to us. Even in this community, there is a conflict. Even in the early Christian church, there was conflict. Hindi ito bago sa atin. Kahit noon pa, sa kakaumpisa pa lang ng Kristyanismo, may mga hindi pagkakaunawaan na. There is also what we have heard in our first reading from the Acts of the Apostles. If you listen carefully in our first reading, you will hear that there was a conflict between the early Christian communities. Some Hellenistic or Greek-speaking disciples, they were complaining. Ano yung kanilang complaint? Anong kanilang hinanakit? Yung mga balo, napapabayaan na ninyo. Our widows were being neglected. There were some discriminations too. Bakit kami hindi kasama dyan? May mga problema noong unang Kristiyano. Ang mga balo napapabayaan. Sino sa inyo dito mga balo na nasa kamay? Sana hindi kayo napapabayaan, no? We can see how the first disciples made the solution to this conflict. In the face of conflict, in the face of problem, what we usually do? Kapag tayo ay hindi nakakaunawaan, pag tayo ay mayroong problema, what we usually do? Let us now take the example not ignore the problem. They did not ignore the problem. Kung titingnan natin, it was just a simple problem. But they did not ignore the problem. They did not pretend that there was no conflict. Yan minsan ang problema. Minsan, sa simpleng hindi pagkakaunawaan, pinapabayaan na natin. Kung minsan yung simpleng problema ay lumalaki dahil pinabayaan natin. Tingnan po ninyo yung isang kandila. Kapag yung apoy ng kandila pinabayaan sa loob ng tahanan, ang buong tahanan later on, it will burn down. Sana pula sa simpleng apoy ng kandila. Takot pag-usapan ang problema. Takot bigyang solusyon ang problema. That is why the early disciples made the solution immediately to their problem. They did not leave the church because may problema. Some of us here in the present moment, di ba? Present times, pag may problema yung community na ito, huwag na tayo makisali, lumabas na lang tayo, huwag na lang tayo makipag-misa. Kasi there is a problem, there is a conflict. But the disciples, even though that there was a conflict, they did not leave the church. But instead, they made solution on their problems. Even in your own families, even in our own communities, there is a growing conflict. And it must be talked about it. Huwag niyong hayaan ang problema na dumaan na walang solusyon. Alamin natin kung anong pinagdadaanan ng inyong mga anak. Alamin natin kung anong pinagdadaanan ng inyong asawa. Alamin natin kung anong pinagdadaanan ng inyong kaibigan. Alamin natin kung anong pinagdadaanan ng ating komunidad. Harapin ang problema. Huwag takasan. This is what the first Christian did. They faced the problem and immediately made a solution to their problem. Find solution and do not leave the church. The second step that the 12 apostles did was they involved as many people in finding the solution. Sinama nila yung mga ibang tao para sa kanilang problema. Hindi sila nagkanya-kanya, but instead, they involved as many people to find the solution. That is why in our first reading, they selected 7 reputative men filled with the Holy Spirit and wisdom to support the needs of the widows. They assigned somebody to take care of them. They involve many people as they can. Everyone is now involved. Everybody is now working for the solution. In your family, in our community, you should involve every member of your family, every member of the community to make solution to the problem. Hindi lang ito problema ni nanay o tatay, but because it is the problem of the whole family. Hindi lang ito problema ni father at yung mga council, because it is involved. Everyone is involved in this problem, and everyone should find the solution for this problem. Tulong-tulong sa paghahanap ng kalutasan sa problema. Involve as many people as possible to help. To help solve the conflict. Yan ang second step na ginawa ng mga early Christians. important. After involving people to solve the conflict, do not forget God. Involve God in trying to look for the solution. Kahit sa problema ninyo na mag-asawa o sa pamilya, problema sa kamag-anak, problema sa kaibigan, huwag ninyong kalimutan ang Diyos na isama sa problema. Huwag natin sasabihin, "Oh Lord, tatanggalin kita sa aking problema kasi hindi ka naman kailangan dito." In the gospel that we have heard, Jesus will tell us, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." These words of Jesus are not only a proclamation, but it is also a reality to believe and live. Jesus is the way. When we are facing our problems, Jesus should be there. Let us ask the Lord, show us the way. Lord, I have a problem. I have this conflict. Show us the way. Show me the way. WWJD. What would Jesus do? Karl Rahner, one of the famous theologians, once said, "Man has a problem, and only God can give solution." As Jesus said, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. Have faith in me." Involve Jesus in our life. Involve Jesus in making our decision. When we come to have a solution to the problem, do not forget God. Seek Jesus in the midst of the struggles, difficulties, conflicts. Ano ba ang pwedeng gawin ng Diyos para sa atin? Ano ba ang pwedeng maitulot ni Jesus sa ating problema at di pagkakaunawaan? Jesus is the way. Means that whatever we do and whatever we decide, Jesus must be involved. The early Christians, in our first reading, prayed and asked that Jesus would help them to solve the problems and to guide them in making decision. Kapag may problemang nais tugasin, isama lagi si Jesus. Siya ang magkagabay sa ating tungo sa kalutasan ng ating problema. Conflicts cannot be avoided. It is part of our community. We have imperfect families. We have imperfect communities. We have our own weaknesses and strength. There will be always problems and conflict in your family, in our community, in our society. But there is a way to solve conflict, and that is the way of Jesus. Include God, include Jesus in finding the solution.